Is this movie actually going to kickstart its plot by saying someone drinks the tiniest bit of Bruce's blood and gets gamma poisoning?
That is not a sin. That is a question.
I just sent my blood to some stranger I don't know face.
I'm just so glad that Jeremy specified it was a stranger he didn't know. Otherwise, I'd probably spent the rest of this video thinking, yes, they're strangers, but do they know each other?
Also, if this is Stan Lee in the rebooted Hulk movie, which erases the last Hulk movie, then who was that Stan Lee in the previous Hulk movie? How can both Stan Lees coexist?
That doesn't matter. I mean, you just said that this movie erases the continuity of the previous movie. So as far as this movie is concerned, there was no Stan Lee in the previous movie. There was no previous movie at all as far as this movie is concerned. So asking this is like asking, wait, if Benedict Cumberbatch is Doctor Strange, then what does that mean for BBC Sherlock? Also, there are plenty of other Marvel movies where this would be fine as a sin. There are loads of Marvel Cinematic Universe movies that have Stan Lee in them, and they're all in the same continuity, yet you decided to sin some of the only two that aren't in the same continuity.
Well, you know what? Maybe don't do sexy, undressy stuff in front of an open window, huh?
Because even if the only thing outside that window is a brick wall, meaning that under normal circumstances no one would be able to see inside that window, you never know when some stranger you don't know might be abseiling down the side of the building. This is just one of those situations that you really should be prepared for.
The super trained Russian badass is an awful shot.
And, as if the bad guys are terrible shots cliché wasn't bad enough, it's completely unnecessary here, since we've already established that the Hulk is pretty much immune to bullets. You know what, let's pause for a second. Quite a lot of people have told me that the dinger I use in my videos can be quite hard on the ears and irritating. Plus, it sounds too similar to the CinemaSin stinger. So for today only, I'm going to use the audio from this clip as my dinger. It is a clip from Alien 3, and it is quite possibly my favourite ever reaction of someone finding out they are in a dangerous situation. I hope you enjoy.
Get that foolish woman back to the infirmary! Fuck!
Movie acknowledges the old TV show Incredible Hulk theme song, but in the show it was David Banner and not Bruce. And the last movie had David and Bruce. So with those things and the second Stan Lee, my whole world is being blown up right now.
They're separate continuities. They don't have to interact. The music is just a friendly nod to people who get it. You don't need to read into it any further than that.
Fuck!
Banner's work was very early phase. He thought he was working on radiation resistance. I would never have told him what the project really was.
Excuse me? Why do you have a scientist work on the Captain America serum and tell him he's working on radiation resistance?
It takes me only a couple of seconds of speculation to come up with a scenario of a way that this could have been what they did. I mean, what if they knew in some way what they needed, but couldn't figure out how to make it? Dr. Banner, we need you to help us find a way to synthesize this chemical. We want to use it to make a drug that will help people develop resistance to radiation.
Fuck!
How do you hope to get what you want if the scientist is testing for something else? Plus, why do you get good scientists to do this when you can easily pay for evil guys?
Ah, yes, I can just see the employment ad now. Help wanted. Applicants must be experienced gamma scientists, preferably evil. What we're working on here is pretty unethical, so we're gonna need someone who is okay with that.
Fuck!
You know, how many times does this guy have to get shot before you just say, F it, and stop wasting the ammo? Yeah, that should work. To be fair, it was useless with bullets too.
That right there was 3 sins for the same thing.
Fuck!
Also, Jeremy just thinks that he can rehash the same sin 3 times without us noticing.
Fuck!
Additionally, those previous 3 sins were basically all for the same thing. Hulk is clearly immune to bullets, but people keep trying to shoot him. Yeah, we get it.
Fuck!
No matter where Hulk decides to relieve stress, he always finds the place with the peaceful waterfall.
That is not a sin. That is an observation. Jeremy must learn the difference between observations and sins.
Fuck!
You ate it?
This guy swallowed a flash drive, and his stomach acids didn't destroy the thing, or make it inoperable.
Sure, maybe that's what happened. Or maybe, just maybe, the movie decided not to show us the shit-covered condom that he swallowed it in before he threw it away. You know what? This is just one of those things that I'm perfectly happy with the movie not showing us explicitly.
Fuck!
Come on, are we saying now that sex causes the guy to Hulk out? You're making me horny. You wouldn't like me when I'm horny.
This is all you. You didn't send me much to work with, so I had to concentrate it and make more.
Wait, is that possible? You can make gallons of my blood from one tiny sample? The f*** is the Red Cross still doing blood drives for then?
You know, I would assume that even if this were possible, it would be significantly more expensive than a blood drive. Remember when they made the world's first stem cell burger and it cost $80,000 US? That right there is why we don't use stem cells for things like this, even though it is perfectly possible.
Fuck!